I'm the acting chief for the city of Bedford. My name is Coderre, last name spelled C-O-D-E-R-R-E, Jr. I'm the acting fire chief for the city of New Bedford. At approximately 10:40 this morning, we got a call for working fire here at 98 Clark Street. We had heavy fire reported on the Alpha side, 3rd floor level, which is the front of the building here. On arrival, it was confirmed we had fire showing out 4 windows and reported people on the 3rd floor. The crews were able to effect the primary search. The gentleman on the 3rd floor did self-evacuate. We were able to locate a victim on the 2nd floor in the rear. She made herself into the rear hallway. We were able to help her out, escort her down. She is suffering from some smoke inhalation and has been transported by EMS to St. Luke's Hospital. We are at a 2nd alarm. We have mutual aid in covering the city. Our apparatus here. We expect to be on scene here for quite some time. But as you can see, as soon as we beat it back in the building, it wants to do its own thing and come back out. So until we can knock it down to a sufficient level where we're comfortable putting people back in and we can check for structural stability before we re-enter the building, you will see us outside with defensive mode with the ladder plate. But we tend to be here for quite some time.
What's the challenge here? What's the biggest challenge for you?
The advanced stage of the fire on arrival and the initial search, because you have to divide your manpower, and life safety is the #1 priority. So standard house fire where there's no one in the building, we commit all our resources to putting the fire out first. Secondary or primary search. This one was all hand search. So the fire was able to grab a little bit more hold of the building until the 2nd arriving units got on scene and we were able to jump on it at that time.
So just to recap what you said, there was a person on the 3rd floor who was trapped and then found himself
There were 2 tenants in that first in the fire apartment, to my understanding. The gentleman was able to get out on his own. He was outside on arrival. Then we got a report of someone in the building. So we do a 360, we look around. We were able to see someone in a corridor window on the 2nd floor. We sent crews to the back of the building to go up the fire escape, to go through ground ladders. We also sent an interior crew. The interior crew was able to find her and bring her out. That woman has been transported to St. Louis.
You brought her out, just walking her out.
Yeah, we didn't. No, she was not unconscious. She was just overcome with some smoke and what, which is understandable.
So when you say fire apartment, you mean where the fire was primarily located?
Yes. You see the front of the building,
yeah.
3rd floor level.
Yeah.
That's the area of origin at this time. Way too early in the investigation to speculate any further on the cause, but that's where most of the fire was on arrival.
Any other potential people or animals inside?
We have a report of maybe some cats inside, and we'll see. That's yet to be determined. Cats are very resilient. We've had fires worse than this, and we haven't been able to find the cats alive. They have a great way of escaping fire when they want to. So.
Do you evacuate any other side buildings next door?
I believe the PD assisted in evacuating those buildings. Those are considered exposure buildings, and as you can see, we're putting water on them now. We don't want the fire to spread. So the power's been cut to the area. The immediate houses, front and back, and the sides have been evacuated, and will remain so until we're done.
Do you know how many people?
I do not. I only know of 3 at this point. There may be more. I don't know. My investigators are on scene trying to gather that information. But just from what I saw on arrival, there were 3 adults in the building I'm aware of.
Presuming it's a multi-family home, right? 3 floors?
I believe it's a minimum 3. I believe the 3rd floor is divided into 2 apartments, and we're working to confirm that.
I know you said it's too early to speculate a cause. Any word on if you think it's suspicious or not?
Excuse me?
Do you think it's suspicious or not?
That's way too early to tell. Way too early. And it's, with the amount of fire up there, it's going to take us quite some time. We did have contacted the marshal's office to bring the dogs in to see the advanced stage of the fire on our arrival, which doesn't mean anything. It could have been burning in the walls for a long time before it come out. But just to be on the safe side, standard practice for us with an injury, we do bring in the marshal.
Do you have to pull firefighters out?
We do. There is a risk-benefit factor, and when we have a heavy body of fire in an unoccupied building and we're searching in the hazard areas, we will pull them out for our own safety, regroup. That's that part of the initial fire attack and search, and subsequent line doing in the building gets chaotic for us too at times. So for our safety, after the life safety of the civilian population is satisfied, we will pull out and reorganize.
And that's what happened.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it's going to be burning for some time. The problem is now it's in the roof. And until it burns through the roof and we have better access to that area, if the roof, doesn't matter if we're using a hose line or it's raining out. It's meant to keep water out. And that's what we're dealing with. So you'll see us shut down for a little while and it picks back up and we react and we'll pick it up. We're trying to let the fire vent open up so we can get better access to what's still burning. And then it allows us the rest of the building to settle for us so we can see if we can get in, assess the damage to the stairwells and the floors, and we can get into overhaul and salvage. So that's what we're in now. To hurry up and wait. We don't want to get hurt at this point. So the building is damaged as much as it's going to be. So we're not going to get anybody hurt at this point. So we're being cautious.
Would you say that it's destroyed? Or would you say that?
That'll be up for the engineers to decide. They'll decide. I mean, definitely the third floor in the front. So whether they can make it, they'll rebuild. It's up to the insurance company and the building engineers.
How many alarms did you get?
We're at a second alarm, and actually probably a third alarm for us now because we had an engine with some engine issues, so we brought another engine company in. So we're pretty much stretched right now. We didn't have any blackouts today. Everybody was up and running. We had 3 apparatus at a drill at the airport. So we're already on the road. So it worked out well as far as that for us today.